Hey everyone, Sophie's here today, and we have Sion. I cannot wait to see what he does.
I feel the blood coursing through me.
7 mana! Okay, I'm just gonna read it after. And getting discarded. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect here. 3-2 with Overwhelm. Another card with Overwhelm. Bro Cannon. 3-4 Grenadier. Okay. More discard. Ancient Warmonger. Overwhelm. Like I said, I'll read them after.
I wear the crown and bear its burden.
You have no Jarvan the Fourth. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Just see some Noxus discard.
Come out and die.
These sound effects. Can we get those for Noxus whenever we hit things? Just a bong.
Demacians, fight for your king!
Okay.
Many Jarvans must I
Roar
kill?
the Slayer. Delete. Discard a card. And I don't know what it is. How many Jarvans must I kill though? That's a...
My foe.
Oh. Okay. I'm getting some mid-range vibes.
Death had its chance.
Alright.
Away with you.
Murder and death can stop me.
This zombie Sion gives rally. At 8 mana, that's what a card should do. A poor Tryndamere. Poor Tryndamere. I love the sound effects that they added for each one. Alright. Let's go take a look at these since I wasn't able to read much of it, but it looks really cool. So let's go here, and we'll go to the new cards, and do this, and scoot in. And Jax was interested in the card reveal too. Sorry it's not you today, buddy. I don't know when Jax will be, but he came up and was like, hey, I want to see the new cards. So he's in my lap. He's here with us as well. Sion, Overwhelm, 7 mana, 3/6. When I'm discarded, grant your strongest ally Overwhelm and place me into your deck. Cool. Alright. I have +1/+0 for each card you've discarded this game, max +7. So kind of like Vi in that regards, up to a 10/6. You've discarded or summoned 35+ power. So discarding him over and over again can help level himself up, which is cool. Yeah, that's 35+ power though seems a bit steep, but we'll see what else. I mean, we'll see what other cards are to discard if that helps or not. So when he's leveled up, Last Breath Sion returned, which is when I'm summoned Rally. We saw that, which seems, oh, so I was saying 8 mana for a 7-cost card. When I'm discarded, grant your strongest ally Overwhelm and place me into your deck. So it's the same thing in that regards, but he doesn't need the attack anymore since he's leveled up. Sion's Roar of the Slayer, Roar of the Slayer. Discard card, kill the weakest enemy. Alright. That is, I could definitely see that into like even like a Swain Flock deck maybe. That could go in there. Other just like control style decks. Really cool card for Noxus and more discard synergy for P and Z too, with like mushrooms and stuff. Draven as real decks, I could see this going in for sure. They didn't have a way of really doing this before. I mean, they had like Noxian Guillotine, but like not just flat out kill. So it is the weakest enemy though, so you have to have cleared the board with Mystic Shots and stuff earlier for it to really be worth it. Ancient Warmonger, 5 mana, Overwhelm, 5/5. When I'm discarded, grant your strongest ally +2/0. I mean, at 5 mana, 5/5, Overwhelm's not a bad stat line at all because of the Overwhelm. I mean, we've seen that with the, with the Yetis before. Maybe like a 6/5 would be quite a bit better, but when I'm discarded, grant your strongest ally. That's interesting to see for sure. I don't know. I need to see the rest of these cards, really have an idea. Fallen Reckoner, Overwhelm. 5 mana for 3. When I'm summoned, grant can't block to the weakest enemy. Okay. Last breath, create a Risen Reckoner in hand. In hand, not on board. And that is the ephemeral. When I'm summoned, grant can't block to the weakest enemy. 3 mana, 6/3 with Overwhelm. Okay. Alright, so it's the weaker card, and then you get the stronger one. You're trying to make things that can't block, and you're forcing the stronger things. I think can't block on the strongest things would be like a lot stronger, but maybe more toxic, or the weakest, but you are forced to trade off your stronger units for that reason. Fallen Rider, Fearsome. When I'm discarded, create a Risen Rider in hand, which is this 2 mana 4/2 with Fearsome. Alright, that card's really good. A 2 mana 4/2 with Fearsome. I mean, it almost has LeBlanc stats, but with Fearsome. So you have to discard this guy? Okay. Not bad, not bad. And I can see the Rummage nerf a little bit more now. It makes a bit more sense. 8 mana Lost Soul. When I am summoned or discarded, create a Twin Blade Revenant in hand. Wow, 17 cards today. Since a lot of them are paired with something. Twin Blade Revenant, Challenger, last breath, create a Lost Soul in hand. Oh! So you can just discard this thing over and over again to get the 4 mana 4/3 with Challenger. I mean, 4 mana 4/3 with Challenger isn't the best. I mean, we have, you know, more or less 3 mana things that do the same thing around the same stat line, but it's still not bad. And it is, like, recyclable is what I'm going to call it. You can go back and forth with the Lost Souls and such. Because with this 8 mana 5/4, you pretty much, it says summon too, at least summon or discarded, but still, at 8 mana, you're never going to want to summon this if you can avoid doing so. It's pretty much a discard card that looks expensive. I mean, it's also an epic, so it's probably not very good, sorry, but it has awesome art, and it's a cool concept for sure. Noble Rebel, Overwhelm. Grant me +2/1 once you've discarded 3+ cards to escape. Okay, that seems great. That seems really good. 3 mana 3/2 Overwhelm. Not the greatest stats. I feel like if you're playing this discard package, this will go up pretty easily, and at 3 mana is a bit spooky. Reborn Grenadier, this is one of the ones that we saw. To play, discard a card. When I'm summoned, summon an exact copy of me. Oh. When I'm discarded, summon an exact copy of me. Okay. So to play, you have to discard a card, but if you're discarded, you summon the exact copy. Okay, so generally you're going to be discarding. This is a discard thing. I mean, it's also 1 mana, discard a card, 3/2. It is ephemeral, doesn't do damage. Kind of a blocker. I don't really know how I feel about this. It looks like just discard fodder for a defensive to me. Well, not, yeah. Salt and Stitches, 2 mana. To play, discard a card. Summon a Reborn Grenadier and give it +2 of this round. So it is a 5/2 blocker, essentially. I don't know how I feel about this one either. I mean, this is good if, I guess, if you're attacking. Like, I still have to remember this is like the 5. This is discard package, like the little Sand Tomb, Sam, or Awakener, whatever from Shurima, the 5/2. I need to look at what the thing's called as I am casting today. And that does come up here and there. Grave Physician, discard a card to draw a unit. Okay. To draw a unit, you for sure get a unit. Okay. So if you have too many spells, still 2 mana 2/2, which isn't great. 8 mana Weapons of the Lost, deal 3 to a unit and summon a Trifarian Shieldbreaker. What is that? Trifarian Shieldbreaker. Did I read that already? Do we not know what that is? Or is that just a card that we already have? Trifarian Shieldbreaker? I don't remember Shieldbreaker being a thing. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is a card we already have. I forgot about this guy. 5 mana, 6/5 with Fearsome. He was ahead of his time, apparently. 3 to a unit to summon. That seems very steep. I mean, it is, though. You are doing an action and gaining a unit, which is a big deal in a lot of cases. Is like Tri-Beam is one of the reasons why it's so good. Is you're killing something and then gaining something. 3/2 unit might be too low, I'm not for sure. Wow, these are really interesting cards, and I have no idea what to really say about them. I think I feel like there'll be some kind of like tier 2 deck. I mean, there's so many cards that they gave for this. Like, I feel like this was a well thought out thing. I don't really know how it's going to play though. It's hard to say. I mean, Sion's really strong if the 35 power isn't detrimental to him. And we do have so many ways of discarding, so it is like a Noxus PNZ discard with Sion now. And it's a pretty neat idea. And there are so many overwhelms too, and overwhelm is a really great keyword. So this will be interesting for sure. I don't know how to place it after this. I don't really know how I'd build this yet. I think it just has a lot of cool potential though. So I'm sorry I can't give you a ton of thoughts on this. This is just, we haven't really seen something like this before, and so it's really hard to mark, like I said, because it is kind of like, you know, it is a bit spoon-fed to us, which personally I don't really like that, but I think it's, in some things in discard packages, you know, when you have such a unique mechanic of the game, you kind of have to spoon-feed it a little bit. That's like another issue that I had with Lurk, for instance, but I don't want to go on a tangent right now. These are still very interesting and cool cards, and I don't know exactly what I'll do with them yet. But I mean, they'll be, you know, the very obvious, like, this is the Sion package and this is how you play it. But after that, I'm not quite sure. So thanks for watching. I will be casting the seasonal tournament. I am casting the like first 2 games. So be sure to check that out. It starts around 1 p.m. CDT yeah, or 2 p.m. CDT. I mean, I know it's 2 p.m. CDT. My check-in's earlier than that. But yeah, 2 p.m. CDT, 12 if you're on Pacific. After that, just, you know, go to Google and translate the time that you need. Yeah, so like I said, I'll be casting, and I'm very excited to do so. We have so many amazing players. It's the last seasonal before Worlds, the last time to qualify, and this roster is just stacked in a very diverse meta for tournament play. There are so many different things to do in tournament play right now. It's exciting. So I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!